Tuesday morning. A line to get in the thrift. Wow. I just paid $35 plus tax for a bag of clip-on earrings. And why did I do that? You know, I'm not sure. All right, trivia time. Bracelets. Which one would you buy? Right or left? All right, $43 later. I like what I see. Hey, Kevin, what's going on, dude? You're worth like $500 million. You don't need to be on a Wawa banner. Pushing hoagies and C4 energy drinks. Look at his face. He's like a hide the pain herald. He's like, please don't drink this. It'll kill you. Come on, man. You know, I can't tell you how good it feels to be out, actually. Vacation, bliss. Yesterday I spent 8 hours replacing switches and outlets in my home, so this is a welcome change. About to go into a pawn store, actually. I went in here one time about a year ago and purchased two high-end silver pieces. I purchased a Mark Chi Navajo cuff bracelet and a William Spratling Mexican cuff bracelet as well. For a little bit less than melt, if you can believe that. So let's go in there and see what I can find. Show it to you. All right, well, here's what I pulled out of the pawn shop. The prices were negotiable, so I got that for $50. I'll show you a little bit more on that in a minute or two. The J is actually Ann King designer. It's gold and sterling, and $23 I thought was a bargain, so I paid sticker. And that's a Navajo signed to Begay, T.A. Begay, and I think it's authentic. Not super high-end by any stretch, but nice Navajo buckle. And I paid $75 on that, which might be too much, honestly, but I'm a sucker for Native American stuff, so there you go. All right, so far so good. So that's 2 thrift stores, 1 pawnbrokers, and I guess we should go to a baseball card store. Why not? All right. Let's break into these clip-ons and see how I did. Hopefully I got you guys mostly in the frame here. See if anything jumps out at me right off the bat. Yep. Amber. And there's a match. Sterling silver, Mexico, Taxco, amber earrings. That's good. See if any other names in here are silver or even gold. Doubtful. Looks interesting. Unsigned. Nope. Nope, unsigned. Unsigned. There we go. Sterling. I don't know if you can see that. Marked right on the end there. With a nice little inlaid turquoise. Looks like it's Native American. That would be nice if there was a match for that. Usually they're decent about having matches. Just a matter of finding them. So there you go. There's 15 or 20 bucks. Those do well. Sterling pile. That's a Monet back. The Monet devices are all the same. They're like pressure close. And if you have like a good lot of Monet, it does pretty well. Monet earrings by themselves, not so much, but if you do lots, usually you get, you know, around $5 a pair average. The other names I'm looking for, you know, Christian Dior would be great. Givenchy, Joan Rivers is decent. Sometimes Coro or Trifari, but they have to be older or big and bold. What am I looking at there? Sarah Cove. Sarah Cove, not usually very desirable. I don't see really anything else of significant value, so what I'll end up doing is just finding pairs, and then I'll sell a lot of clip-ons and screwbacks. Good for maybe 50 bucks. We'll see. But with the amber and the sterling here, 15, 20 bucks. Another 15 bucks. So that pays for the bag. The rest is just profit. Not a ton of it, but enough to make it a reasonable buy. So cool. There you go. So here's the wrap up on earrings. These are all paired up. So a pretty good portion of these had a mate, which is great. I didn't find any other surprises. I did find one unfortunate single. This is a Lois Ann chandelier, crystal bead, whatever you want to call it. That's just a single. If that was complete and had a pair, it would be worth about 50 bucks. So that's a bummer. And these are just gonna go into the graveyard here. Singles. That's literal trash, and those are the sterling pairs right there. So there you go. Photograph that and get it up on the eBay store. Okay, here's everything from the second thrift store, and I did very well. The total spend was about 40 bucks. It was $43, and I'll go through this one at a time here real quick. This was a nice surprise. This gaudy pin, I flipped it over and wasn't expecting anything, but then I saw the mark, and that was enough for me. I did not look this up in the store, but this is probably the nicest piece that I picked, actually. So that's about a $200 to $300 pin, believe it or not, for 4 bucks. So that's a great find. Those there, that's it's got an interesting mark. I'll flash up a picture here. It's Native American jewelry, and it's probably 50, 60 bucks right there. And I paid half off on those. So those were like 8 bucks, 8.50. I'll flash the maker markup on this one. I don't know who it is. It looks like a TL with a copyright sign. Again, those were half off. I just went for it. They look like a nice design. This is a great one. This is Jan Michaels. There's a lot of Jan Michaels out there. I did actives versus sold listings, and there's about 400 active listings and around 100 sold listings. So sell-through is, it's okay. I'll probably do auction style on this. And I saw the same example listed for 75. So, I mean, 6 bucks, not a bad buy. That's just a Brighton. You always buy Brighton if it's under 10 bucks and clean, because Brighton is, there's the B right there. Brighton is always about a $20 bill, at least last time I checked. This is interesting. I did not know who this was in the store, but I thought the hallmark was nice enough to bring it home and look it up and figure it out, and it's Lily Pulitzer, and 20 to 30 bucks, so not a big payday, but still worth buying. This is my favorite find on the day. That is turquoise. This is sand cast sterling silver all day long, and pretty old, if I'm guessing. I see a hallmark there that looks like TB. You be the judge. And it looks reminiscent of Tom Billy. I'm looking in one of my books. But it's anybody's guess who actually made this. I'll throw it on a scale, and we'll do an acid test on it in just a moment. But I don't know if those are little silver ingots or silver nuggets, or if it's an actual like animal motif. Is that a bear? Or a buffalo? I don't know. Great old pawn bracelet for 5 bucks. This was a wild card, not magnetic. Looked at it with a loop, good color, very bendy. Surprised to see it was not magnetic in the store. And I didn't bend that like that, but if you do bend it, this is what you can do sometimes. As long as it bends back and you're not gonna damage it. If it cracks, it's not precious, but if there's no cracking sound, and again, I don't advise doing this unless you're friendly with the vendor. or it truly is a junk piece and you're just buying it for the metal. But there's no crack sound, which is good. So we'll go ahead and acid test this and acid test that and show it to you right now. All right, let's knock out the sterling here first. This is, again, a nice piece of jewelry, so I don't want to do a really deep gouge or anything on this, but just a nice little test. And I can tell just by how softly it's rubbing and by the color that it's going to be silver. That's really all you need for these old pieces. If this sample turns blue, nice creamy blue, then we know it's sterling silver. Yep, and you can see right there that it is in fact a nice blue on there. So that's good. That's sterling silver. Lovely. Let's play with this one next. I'm going to go ahead and just unbend it because if it is gold, it's scrap anyway. Bends really nicely, and it bends right where you put it. So cross your fingers here. It should have a hallmark if it was gold, but I don't have high hopes for it. But no, I don't like that color. It's got kind of a almost like a pinkish or purple. This should eat it right through the 10 karat. Yeah, it's eating it. It's eating it, but a little slower than I expected. But yeah, this is some kind of junk metal. I don't know what. Some kind of alloy aluminum or something maybe. Yep, the 18 karat eats it right up. So that's junk. Recycling. Or put it in the bulk jewelry, whatever. And this is good. I know I'm way zoomed in, but there you go. RB, TB. That's my find of the day. Even though this might be more expensive. That's my favorite. And then these, figure I'll talk about these again real quick. Nothing else to tell you about that, except that I paid probably about what I can get for it, 75 bucks. I might get 100 bucks out of it. We'll see. I really was mostly interested in this piece, which is really beautiful inlay work. It's turquoise, mother of pearl, onyx, coral. Pretty much hits all the popular gemstones for the Southwest, Native American artisans. Sterling, handmade by R. Alexius. Well, it's cut off there. It's interesting that he would make it like that and then cut off his own stamp. So I don't understand. I guess he had a whole chunk and then he later designed the piece like that. So he'd already stamped the bottom piece of the silver and then ended up changing the design, is my best guess. But anyway, it's Oscar Alexius. At one point in time, somebody was asking $240. It's not uncommon for people to write Sharpie prices on the back of these things, but this is a really nice, authentic Native American pendant. Maybe I can flash up a couple comps. But I paid $50 for that. Happy about that. And there you go. There's the J for John's, right? So maybe I should wear that. Nah, I doubt it. 925 and 18K. There you go, and king. Needs to be polished, but that's good for 50 bucks. That's a good buy. There you go. And then this is the guilty pleasure. I can't add this as, I can't add this in the tabulation of making money because you never make money on these. I'm just going to bust into these. Hopefully I'll find a nice short print or autograph or something. And $89 is a pretty good price for hobby boxes on baseball. And then I got a 72 Topps. I don't even want to call it a starter set. It's low grade cards, but it did have a handful of the All-Star cards, the Hank Aaron. Who else? Fergie Jenkins. There you go. Tom Seaver. So it's got a bunch of those in there. Vita Blue. Semi-stars. So for 20 bucks, yeah, no problem.